interventions and coping strategies to help with stress management and self care. Seeking professional help. This could be in the form of therapy, counselling, or support groups. Cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT for example, can offer tools and strategies to cope with stress. There are many charitable services, support groups in your local area. Please don't be afraid to reach out. These services can be valuable support and be reassured that you're not on your own. Many parents seek support. I myself have been to counselling 4 times, attending many Reiki healing sessions, sports massage, reflexology, and many more different holistic therapies to relax and recharge. I also took many courses to enable me to manage my stress and learn more about myself and what makes me tick. Physical activity. I completely understand how incredibly busy your days can be, juggling work, the kids, and everything else life throws your way. But remember, it's important to take a little time for yourself too. When you manage to squeeze in even a bit of exercise, it does wonders for your stress levels. Think of it like this: when you're active, your body releases those lovely endorphins, kind of like nature's stress relief potion. It's not just about keeping fit, but it's also about giving yourself that much needed mental break. You know how when the kids are happy, the whole house feels lighter? It's the same with you. When you take care of yourself, you're in a better position to care for everyone else. So maybe a brisk walk, bring your children with you to be out in nature, breathe in the fresh air from the trees, or have a quick yoga session during their nap time. There are plenty of exercise videos on YouTube. It's not selfish to prioritize this, it's essential. Remember, a happy, healthy you benefits the whole family. Mindfulness and meditation. Think of it as putting your oxygen mask on first before helping others. It's not just good for you, but it's essential for your family too. Deep breathing. This is something you can do even amidst your busy schedule. Just take a few minutes, maybe while you're waiting for your child to eat their breakfast or lunch, during a brief, quiet moment at home. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose, counting to 4. Hold it for a second and then slowly exhale through your mouth, counting to 4 again. Imagine as you breathe out, you're releasing all that stress and tension. It's like blowing away the dust from an old book. Each breath clears your mind a little more. Try this about 4 or 5 times. Progressive muscle relaxation. This might sound fancy, but it's actually quite simple and can be very soothing after a long day. When you're lying in bed or even sitting in a comfortable chair, start at your toes. Tense them for a few seconds, then release. Notice the difference in how they feel when tense versus relaxed. Work your way up your body, tensing and relaxing each muscle group. It's like giving each part of your body a little goodnight hug, letting it know it's time to rest. Guided imaginary. This is a lovely mini escape. You can find guided imaginary sessions online or in apps. We have a few recordings on our YouTube channel, Chicks.com. They often involve someone walking you through a peaceful scene. May it be a beach, a mountain, or a forest. As you listen, try to really picture it in your mind. Feel the sun in your skin or the breeze in your hair. It's a little holiday for your mind, a break from the daily hustle. These little moments of mindfulness are like quietly sowing seeds in the garden. Over time, you'll see the beautiful results, not just in your own well being, but in the calm and happiness of your family too. Be gentle with yourself, you're doing an incredible job. Setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is so crucial, especially for you tirelessly caring for your family and managing a million things. Remember, it's perfectly okay and actually necessary to say no sometimes, to prioritize your well being and maintain your energy. It's like when you're gardening, you have to prune the plants occasionally to keep them healthy and flourishing. Learn to say no. I know saying no can feel really hard, especially when you want to be there for everyone. But think of it this way: every time you say yes to something that overextends you, you might inadvertently be saying no to your own well being or to quality time with your family. You're not being selfish. You're ensuring that you can give the best of yourself to what truly matters. It's like choosing the best ingredients for your family's favourite meal. You only pick what enriches and nourishes. Ensure personal time. This is important as making sure your children get to their activities and appointments on time. Block out time in your calendar for yourself, even if it's a short while to read a book, take a bath, or enjoy a quiet cup of tea. This is your time to recharge, like putting your phone on charge. You can't function on a low battery, and neither can you. Delegate responsibilities. You don't have to do everything alone. Involve your partner, older children, or other family members in daily tasks. It's okay to ask for help with chores or messages, or even just take over watching the little ones for a while. This teaches teamwork and responsibility to your children, and it's like sharing the weight of a heavy bag. Everything feels lighter when you share the load. By setting these boundaries, you're not only taking care of yourself, but also setting a wonderful example for your children. They learn the importance of self care, balance, and teamwork. You're showing them that while family is about love and support, it's also about mutual respect and understanding each other's needs. So take a deep breath, put your own oxygen mask on first, and remember that taking care of yourself is part of taking care of your family. And it's okay to pause and remember your own needs too. Staying connected. Staying connected with friends and family is like watering the plants in your garden. It's essential for growth and blooming. In the whirlwind of parenting, it's easy to feel isolated in your struggles and joys, but remember, sharing your feelings and challenges with someone you trust can be incredibly healing. Talk to a friend or family about feelings, just like you encourage your children to talk about their day. You too need to express your thoughts and feelings. Whether you're overwhelmed, frustrated, or even thrilled about something, sharing these emotions is important. It's like opening the window on a spring day. It allows fresh air to circulate and rejuvenate your home. When you talk about your feelings, you're not burdening others. Instead, you're allowing them to be there for you, just as you are for them. Sharing can be therapeutic. This is a special kind of comfort that comes from talking to someone who understands or empathizes with your situation. It's like when you find a recipe that turns out exactly as you hoped. There's a sense of relief and joy. Share your experiences, especially the challenges, can enlighten your emotional load. It's not about finding solutions all the time. Sometimes it's just about being heard and understood. A problem shared is a problem halved. Maintain regular contact. In the hustle and bustle, it's easy to lose touch, but try to maintain regular contact with your support network. It doesn't have to be long, drawn out conversation. Quick text, a short joke, or a brief call while you're out doing a message can make a big difference. It's like tending to your garden regularly. Little bits of effort constantly can lead to a beautiful bloom. Be open to receiving support. Just as you're there for others, allow others to be there for you. Accepting help or advice isn't a sign of weakness but a strength. It shows that you value your well being and understand the importance of a supportive community. It's like when you bake a cake and someone offers to help you with the frosting. Teamwork can lead to a sweeter result. I used to never ask for help and it put me under immense pressure. Once you start the first couple of times, it is uncomfortable, but then it's a great feeling. Remember, it takes a village to raise a child, and it also takes a village to support a parent. You're not alone on your journey. Keeping the lines of communication open with friends and family not only nurtures your emotional health, but also strengthens the bonds that hold your support system together. It's pretty okay to lean on others sometimes. After all, sharing life's journeys makes the path more enjoyable. Limit stimulants and depressants. I know you're juggling a million things at once and it feels like you're always running on empty. But let's talk about something really important: taking care of you, especially when it comes to what you're putting into your body to keep going. First off, I understand you reach for that cup of coffee in the morning. It's like a warm hug, isn't it? And goodness knows you need all the hugs you can get with your hectic schedule. But too much caffeine can actually make you feel more anxious or jittery. It's like winding up a toy too tight. Eventually, it just can't go anymore. So try to keep it to a cup or two a day and maybe switch to decaf or a nice herbal tea as the day goes on. Your body will thank you for it. Now, about nicotine, I've had a battle with this. I know it might feel like a little break in your day, a moment just for you, but it's a sneaky little thing. It might seem to calm you down, but it's actually doing the opposite in the long run. It's like borrowing energy and calm from later in the day, and you end up paying it back with high interest. So find a healthier little break, a short walk, a few deep breaths, a moment just to be. You're slowly killing yourself with cigarettes and vapes. You want to live long enough to watch your grandchildren grow, don't you? And then there's alcohol. We've already chatted about this. A glass of wine after a long day might seem like a perfect way to unwind, but here's the thing: alcohol can disrupt your sleep and mood. It's like a false friend who seems to help but leaves you feeling worse off. You need to have restful sleep, not just for your busy days, but for your overall health. So, how about you save that glass of wine for special occasion and find other ways to relax in the evening, like a warm bath, a good book, some quiet time? These are things that will replenish you, not drain you. You are the heart of your family, and you need to be in the best shape, physically and emotionally, to keep everything running. So make some small changes. Your future self will be so grateful. Now you've got them, you've got this. You can achieve anything you set your mind to. Educate yourself, recognizing that parental stress is a genuine challenge and not a reflection of one's competence as a parent is crucial. With the right resources and support, you can navigate the complexities of raising children while taking care of their own well being. It's like you're supposed to have all the answers, but let's be honest, sometimes it feels like you're trying to solve a puzzle without the picture on the box. That's why I want to chat with you about something that can be a real game changer. Educating yourself through parenting classes or workshops. Knowledge is power. Now, before you say, I don't have time for that, hear me out. These classes aren't about adding another task to your overflowing plate. They're about giving you the tools and strategies that can actually make your life easier. Think about them like a cookbook when you're trying to figure out what's for dinner. Sure, you can throw something together with what's in the fridge, but isn't it nice when you have a recipe to guide you? Parenting classes can help you understand your little ones better. Every child is unique, like a snowflake, and what works for one might not work for the other. These classes can give you insight into why they do the things they do, like why your toddler insists on wearing rain boots on a sunny day. Plus, you get to meet other parents. It's like joining a team where everyone is playing the same sport. Team parenthood. You can share your experiences, your worries, and your victories. Sometimes just hearing that another parent has gone through the same thing can be so comforting. And let's not forget about the practical strategies, from managing tantrums to encouraging good habits. These classes can give you tips and tricks that can be a lifesaver on those tough days. It's like having the toolbox ready when something in the house needs fixed. I know taking time for these classes can seem like a luxury you can't afford, but think of it of an investment. A little bit of time now can save so much time and energy down the road, and you deserve that. But even the best parents, you can use a little help now and then. I wish there was a course like this when my children were younger. So consider giving it a try. It doesn't mean you're not a great parent already. It just means you're willing to keep learning and growing, just like your beautiful kids. Remember, we're all in this together, and there's no shame in seeking out a little guidance. Dietary changes. I understand how hectic life can be when you're juggling work, kids, and a million other things. But let's chat about something really important: your diet. You know, the fuel that keeps you going through those endless to do lists. First things first, let's talk about what you're putting on your plate. I know it's tempting to grab something quick and easy, and let's be honest, those processed foods do seem to call your name when you're rushing doing the shopping. But let's try to shift a little for your sake and the family's. Imagine your plate as a little garden. You want to fill it with a variety of colours and textures. Fresh fruits and vegetables are your best friend here. Not only are they packed with vitamins and minerals, but they also help regulate your mood and energy levels. And we all know how important that is when you're trying to keep up with the little ones. Look, I'm not saying you have to spend hours in the kitchen. Who's time for that? But there are simple ways to incorporate these whole foods into your meals. Think of things like pre cut veggies for snacks, a toss, handful in a smoothie. It's these little steps that make a big difference. Let's also chat about those sneaky sugars. Did you know there are about 56 names for sugar? I know it's everywhere and it tastes so good, but too much sugar can lead to energy crashes, and we don't want that, do we? Try to cut back where you can. Maybe swap out sugary cereals for oatmeal with fruit or choose water over fizzy drinks. Small changes last a lifetime. And don't forget about your proteins and whole grains, lean meats, beans, nuts. These are all great for keeping you full and energized. Whole grains like brown rice and whole wheat bread are so much better for you than their white processed counterparts. But here's the important part, don't be too hard on yourself. Life is a balancing act, and it's okay if you can't do everything perfectly. What matters is that you're trying to make healthier choices for you and your family, and every little bit counts. So, next time you're out shopping, take a deep breath and think of it as an adventure in nourishing your family. You're doing an amazing job, and your body and your family will thank you for these changes. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Herbal remedies. Let's talk about something that might be a little blessing in your busy life. Herbal remedies. Now, I know you're always on the go, managing a thousand things at once, and sometimes it feels like stress just becomes a part of who you are. But it doesn't have to be that way. Now, when there are gentle, natural helpers like chamomile, valerian root, and ashwagandha. Let's start with chamomile. You might know it as a tea. I know what a wonderful little herb it is. Chamomile is like a warm, comforting hug in a cup. It is known for its calming properties, perfect for those nights when your mind just won't stop racing on tomorrow's to do list. A cup of chamomile tea in the evenings can be such a soothing ritual. It's like telling your body, all right, it's time to wind down now. Then there's valerian root. This one is a bit of an old secret for when sleep seems to play hide and seek with you. Valerian root can help ease you into a more restful night's sleep. But a little word of caution, it's powerful, so you'll want to use it sparingly and perhaps not every night. Think of it as your occasional helper, not when you really need to catch up on some Zeds. And ashwagandha. This is a special one. It is an adaptogen, which means it helps your body manage stress more effectively. It's like giving your body a little shield against the stressors of life. Adding a bit of ashwagandha to your routine might just help you feel more balanced and less overwhelmed. While these herbs can be wonderful, remember they're helpers, not miracles. It's still so important to try and find a little time for yourself in the chaos of parenthood. Even just a few minutes of deep breathing or a short walk can do wonders. And of course, if stress and anxiety are becoming too much to handle, it's okay to reach out for professional help. There's no shame in that, not ever. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your body. Parenting is no small feat, and it's perfectly normal to feel overwhelmed at times. Adding these little herbal helpers along with taking care of yourself can make a world of difference. Take a wee break and we'll finish off this in the next section.